Honey, my keyboard's not working. It's on and it's not working. Okay, so I'm assuming y'all can hear me. I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of my followers. Whether you've been a follower for 5 minutes or since January of last year, because that's how long I've been streaming. Oh, now it does it. Let's see here. So for YouTube, I just got Sonia Bonilla? Bonilla? I think it's Nia. Kacho? Sorry if I totally butchered your name. As a new subscriber. And Tom Ho Wang, I hope I said your name right. Well, I hope I said both names right, but I probably said it wrong. And I'm sorry about that. But, I got 2 new subscribers that way. And then, let's see here. So, I show speed, I think that's what it says, followed me 4 days ago. Angela_21 followed me yesterday. And if she's watching this at all, if you want to share your Discord again, I kind of forgot to try to add you. But it might be easier to add me. Salt Girl 12 followed me 40 minutes ago. Zeus the God 83, oh my goodness, followed me 9 minutes ago. Holly Molly 246 followed me 8 minutes ago. And Fast Bella followed me 7 minutes ago. So, yeah, cool. 91 follows. So, my goal for this year is to get past 100. I know, I got really small goals, but at the moment is to get past 100. And I will probably change that later, when I do get past 100. But, like, yesterday, I think it was, I was worried that I wasn't going to get past 86, so... It seems like everybody likes it better when I don't talk, but we did have something happen on the 23rd. You know me, I'm always talking about my cats. And if you've made it this far in watching my video, whether you're watching on Twitch right now or YouTube later, thank you. Because I know I've been making some pretty hideously long videos lately with this Raceway, and yeah, it can be challenging to watch the whole thing. But I don't mind if you like, if you're gonna watch it, like if you skip ahead and stuff like that. I don't intend for everyone to watch the whole entire thing, but if you do, cool. Trying to get this water to go away is a challenge, but you know, it'll happen one of these days. That's okay. Okay, so we will go over here hoping that the water's going to disappear. It's probably not, but, or at least not as fast as I want it to. So, this Rainbow Raceway is coming from way up there all the way to the height limit. And it's going down gradually because otherwise we couldn't go and put the fireworks in. I wanted it to be that fireworks be, I mean, while you're going down, there's fireworks going off, being triggered by, where you're rolling with the minecart. Okay, these are two random towers. I just decided to build upside down towers one day. And it's like, okay, that's what's going to be in my Just Because file. And then I was like, I wonder if I can build the Disneyland dinosaur. The mama dinosaur who's rudely eating in front of her kid. I was wondering if I could build her, and I did. And I built her into a house. But anyway, so that raceway wraps around these two towers. And then it comes around at some point to last. Hold on. To last year's grand finale. That's like one of two or one of three, something like that. Grand finales. Treehouse. Anyway, it goes this way. Oh, okay. So it's going to come out over here. Oh, we're going to move that because the pirate magic will be revealed if we do it. Yeah. Anyway, so it's going to come, as soon as we get it back down to the ground, because the way I had it before wasn't working. Otherwise, it would be done. Or just about done. I think we still needed to put in some fireworks and wire some things. But anyway, as soon as we get back down to the ground, it's going to hook up to this eventually. And then it's going to go this way. I think that's a TSMC-Minecraft build. And that's a try at our dream house, but I still can't get it right. That's a TSMC-Minecraft house. And this is it on steroids because I can't have little tiny houses. I get claustrophobic. And then, most of my viewers probably will not remember this, but on the original Nintendo, original from the 80s, this is Super Mario Brothers 1-1 on the original Nintendo. And it's even got the flag and the little castle that you go into. And he goes, "I'm sorry, Mario, but our princess is in another castle." Yeah, I played that a lot. Anyway, it goes this way, and then it's going to go to the right. I'm not going to go all the way over. But anyway, it goes over to the right, and then it comes back over here. And I'm not sure that this is wired quite right over here. But anyway, we'll fix it before we do the 4th of July video, so it can come out on 4th of July. Anyway, then it's going to come around there, go all the way over to that fence over there and then come back over here, and then it's going to go back that way. And I don't know why, but we have skeleton horses no matter what time of day. Makes no sense to me. Oh, and way over there. Okay, so I write books. Way over there is a scene from one of my books because, hey! My computer's having issues today. But I think it was because the... Oh! Okay. So, oh! Yeah, look, there's little plants and everything. I didn't even remember that. Anyway, so then you go off this way. Oh, and, that's a tree house. You can actually go into it. It's supposed to look like, it's supposed to look like, yeah, um, like you're in the tree house and nobody can see you, but I don't think it does it quite right. But anyway, so then you go over here, you press that for the grand finale. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to be running out of fireworks. And then it goes up and around the tower. I'm still working on getting those floors quite right. And the extra glass, because that was a much smaller tower. Come on. It was a much smaller tower. It was skinny, and I was like, well, I don't like that, so I went and made it just as big as the other one, and it worked out better. Okay, let's do it this way. See, these are all... I don't know if they're all filled. Let me double check, because I don't remember. Dang. Oh, yeah, my son added the pandas. It was supposed to have cats, but they all despawned. And then he put in pandas, and it's like, okay, we'll wait for those to despawn now. Up here is actually my mansion from my other file. See, I'm actually putting it in and everything. Oh! I just realized that it doesn't have a roof. And that's the sun. There is no glass up here to stop the rain from coming in. And my imagination is going to tell me that that carpet's going to get moldy. Anyway, so it comes all the way up to here. This is actually where it starts. You get in the cart right here, and then you go off. And I had to rework it. Oh, this is the grand finale. That is gonna light up, and these are all gonna go off at the same time. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like last year on steroids. Well, actually, it's probably just gonna be like last year. But anyway, we had to go and rework it because otherwise the fireworks were gonna go off where this was. So I ended up bringing it up here and up there and around. Because it was over there, and then I was like, well, that's not going to work, is it? Oh, and there's a mini grand finale over there, too. Anyway, then it's going to go here, and it's going to go down the waterfall, which is why there's water down there. Oop. Helps to pay attention when you're going down. But it's going to go down a lot slower than it was. That's the only drawback to this. It's going to go down a lot slower. We're going to have, well, I think it's going to go down a lot slower. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I haven't been talking to my videos for the last few days because I've just been like so busy. But then, a few days ago, on the 23rd, our kitty cat passed away. But the cool thing was that she passed away at home. The horrible thing was I had to get my husband out of work so we could take her to the kitty doctor to get cremated, and she's supposed to, or we're supposed to get called about picking up the little box that she's supposed to be in. Um, 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 well, the towers took forever, but, the raceway itself, 'cause, the part around the houses and the dinosaur and, out far, that was that was left over from last year, and that grand finale down the ground floor, that was left over from last year. Um, I I got really upset because my file got corrupted last year, April, and I had to go and rebuild the whole thing over again. Yeah. So I built a placeholder. I had a really cool build, but I built a placeholder for last year. But anyway, I think I've only been working on this since about October, November. Maybe longer than that. But only... What the heck am I doing? Anyway, only a few months. Actually, I don't even think it took that long, but... I don't know. Because this is something I built before, and I think I built it a little better last time, but it is going to be pretty cool this time. I hope. I know. She was 13, though. And when she was a kitten, she had upper respiratory, so I figure that's like high concentrated kitty asthma. But she never acted like it bugged her or anything. She just got like watery eyes when she was in a stressful situation. Like if we took her to the pet store or something. 2, 3. So, dang! It keeps making me redo it. Well, it was good in a way because she started coughing, and she was having like violent sneezing fits, like the kind that throw a small cat like her across the room, or at least it sure seemed like it. And like she was meowing to pretty much say help, but we didn't know that that's what she was doing until, but it was kind of good because we had a couple of senior kitties before her. One was 11 and one was 12, and they both had we call it be given to the kitty doctor. Um, so, so I was worried that she was going to go at 11 and she didn't. And then I was worried that she was going to go at 12 and she didn't. So she waited until 13. So hopefully that'll open up the door for Ben and Sam, our boy cats, to live longer. It has been kind of cool because, Sam's been hanging out with me like always. And, honey, you need to reset the router. After I'm done streaming, you need to set the router. Reset the router. I stream through Twitch and yeah, cats can live up to be like 22 and stuff, but 13's actually really good. And I'm a little worried that it's like we were feeding her not an advertisement for them, by the way, but we were feeding all three of the cats Purina Friskies Purina Friskies seafood sensations, and then all of a sudden we started feeding her. Hold on, I'll finish that sentence in a second. I just realized what you're talking about. We were feeding them Purina Friskies seafood sensations, and all of a sudden we threw some senior food into the mix by Purina, and that's when she started getting skinnier. So I don't know if she was going to get skinnier anyway, or if it was, because of the senior food. So I think it's one of those, live and learn and do something better next time. I don't know. Oh, and what I was trying to say is that Twitch keeps telling me to reload the stream, and it's getting very annoying. It's been doing that for the last few days, so I think it's the router. We just need to reset it and it'll be all good. Again. I hope. Because like if you're trying to be a streamer and stream every day and you're trying to get to the monetized level and all that, you need the tools to do the job, which in this case is good internet, and yeah. Well, at least that's been helping me, not forget about Coral, but just like, I've been thinking of the good times instead of, because just before she went, she had a seizure, and it was really weird, and her head went back way farther than it should have gone, or at least way farther than I thought it should have gone. And then she was on the floor with her mouth open, with her eyes open. I thought, when she went, she'd at least close her eyes. But yeah. So then like this, I was, talking way too fast, and when we were talking to the kitty doctor about Coral, and yeah. So anyway, so I'm trying to finish this, and I'm trying not to think about Coral so much. But I did post a video, day before yesterday, I think it was, that showed her alive and eating and looking out the door, and You know, because we don't have too many windows that they can look out and actually see something. But we do got really nice metal screen doors on our doors, so they can look out the doors and not have to worry about the little yappy dog. The little yappy dog that's like, okay, so Sam is a 16-pound cat. He used to be a stray cat. He eats way too much. Well, maybe not way too much, but he eats too much, and you know, but he's not fat. He's just solid. So, like he's still eating like he has to, eat mice and birds for his food, or whatever the heck he was eating for the first year of his life. Because we met Sam when he was about 1 year old, and he was being chased by a really big dog. And I finally convinced my husband to open the door because it sounded like it sounded like the neighbor falling down the stairs with the groceries. I don't know how they did that, but that's what it sounded like. And he finally opened the door, and it was like, oh, this little black streak came in. That happened to be Sam. You'd never believe it was the same cat if I still had the pictures. And he slammed the door on the dog. The dog wasn't very nice anyway, but kept getting out of his yard. But anyway, so we've had Sam ever since. We got to quote marks capture and release him because they knew he wasn't going to go. I think so. I think like maybe he's like, part Maine Coon or something like that in the genes. I don't know. I just know he's 16 pounds, and the doctor's not worried because he's got an 18-pound cat. Although I forgot to ask what kind of cat the doctor had. I just, I wasn't worried about Sam's size really. I just wanted to make sure he was healthy. And the doctor says he is, so I won't be worried unless one of the boys starts coughing or something like that, and then we're going to the doctor. I mean, they're kitty cats, but usually I treat them like they're my babies. And that's what was so hard about. I mean, that's one of the things that was so hard about losing Coral is that, that's our baby. We've had her since she was a kitten. So, she was this little 2-month-old thing, not even 2 pounds. She had to be 2 pounds to be adopted. And it was her and her sister. And they had to be 2 pounds. And Bed Bath & Beyond, they may be an expensive store, but I got to give them mad props because they let us use one of their bathroom scales on the idea that we were going to buy a bathroom scale from them. But we never did. We just don't really care about our weight. I mean, as long as we don't look that horrible, I mean, as long as we don't look like we're... There's a lot of pet owners that I've noticed that are also... I mean, there's a lot of pet owners like me where, that's the baby. The actress on Legally Blonde. How she had her little puppy in the purse. But then there's also some that are like, that's just a dog. It's supposed to be guarding the house. And that's it. or guarding the junkyard or whatever, When I was going to 4th grade, there was Uh, I don't know. I think it was a big Rottweiler or something. I didn't even know what a Rottweiler was, but anyway, it was a big dog, whatever it was. And there was this little junkyard. Or at least I think it was a junkyard. It might have been a auto repair, but whatever it was. And there was a Rottweiler or something that, some kind of big dog that was guarding it. And I was always afraid it was going to be out because I just assumed that, big dog could get through that fence. It's just a little chain link fence. I mean, it was 6 feet high, but yeah. Yeah, we've had a dog before too. We had Tessa. She was a little miniature schnauzer. And we always thought that if somebody broke into the house that she'd like lick them to death. But then the kids across the street were having a party and it was loud with loud music and I think there was a fight out there too. And Tessa was like, all of a sudden you know, mentally she was a big dog and she was going to take care of it for us. Other than that, she was always a cuddle muffin. I used to love taking her for walks. And when I was in high school, I'd come home from school and then I would walk Tessa to our high school, which was far away from the house. I probably shouldn't have been doing it, but it was far away from the house, and we'd watch my husband play in the band. We weren't married yet, of course, and we were just friends, but it was still fun to do. And as long as I didn't get in the way, the band director was just fine with it. So, because they were learning to march. And that's something I've noticed. The bands in Nevada, they don't learn how to march. It's really weird. Because, like, I'm used to seeing our high school band, and they were marching, like marching like the military did or does. And, they did really good. And our high school almost always won. The only time that they didn't win was when another high school from California called Lincoln. Where was Lincoln from? Honey? Where was Lincoln from? Oh, Lincoln was from Stockton. And our high school was in Fairfield, California. And that's the only ones that ever beat the high school while my husband was going there. And one year, we were doing a fundraising thing where we were trying to sell cookies. So, to help the more poor instrument players to stay in the band. And we were supposed to get $50 if we were the ones that sold the most cookies. And I wasn't in the band, but my husband was. And so he sold 9 boxes that year. 2 of them he sold himself, and I sold 7 of them. But it ended up that it was $50 went into the thing to so he could stay in band instead of me getting $50. I was hoping that I would get the $50, but It didn't happen that way. And it was okay. Yeah, I started building these um like 3 years ago, I think, because oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh. My sister's dogs do that too. They like try to be lap dogs and stuff, and they're uh both pit bull mixes. But their cat, it's like, if I want you to pet me, yeah, we can cuddle. But if I don't want you to pet me, don't touch me. Bobby's a very weird cat. And she says it with claws. But yeah, I started building 4th of July fireworks displays because my mother-in-law is not supposed to look up too much. You know, like so like when there's a fireworks display, she's not supposed to look up too much. So I was thinking, my mother-in-law's got to be not the only person who's been told that by the doctor. So, you know, like this way you can look at your TV and see it, or your computer screen, you know, whatever you're watching it on. I personally think it's best viewed on a 55-inch TV, but you know, not everybody is as blind as I am, so. um, it's just right now that I need reading glasses as far as I know, but it could be that I need full-on glasses. I have no idea. And we still haven't figured out where, you know, where the doctor is that will actually take our insurance, because every time we get insurance, it's like, well, where do we go? And we can't figure it out because it's like the most obscure medical insurance in the world. Kind of like my first car insurance. My first car insurance, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was in Vallejo, California, and I was, you know, paying money on it and everything. And the one time I did get pulled over, and I don't even remember why, it was probably a tail light or something like that. Or, well, I might have been speeding, but, you know, I don't remember why I got pulled over. And the cop's like, I've never heard of this. I'm like, well, that's the one I have. And I was able to tell them, Vallejo, California, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was really weird. The office was like a call center kind of thing. Um, yeah, and you know what's the really hard part is that every once in a while Sam asks me where's Coral in his kitty cat way. I mean, he can say some things, you know, like hi, hello, yeah. There's more words, but I can never remember them. Uh, anyway, he actually can speak a little bit English, but he's been asking me where's Coral, and it's like, you know, I had to explain to him, well, try to explain to him, that she had to go live with the kitty doctor, but it's okay. You know, he'll take good care of her and, you know, stuff like that. And he seems to understand now. Or at least I hope he does. He still doesn't, I mean, he doesn't quite understand where his sister went, but. And I thought it was really weird because, like, the day after it happened, so like the 24th, one of the boys went upstairs and called Coral. Yes, my cat can say Coral because that was her name. Um, I thought that was really weird because that was one of the well, no, that was the first word that Ben learned how to say in English. I didn't think I'd said his name that. I mean, I didn't think I had said her name that much, but Ben finally learned how to say Coral. I thought that was so cool, but I never did get it on camera. And you know, it's like when you're trying to get your toddler's first word. They never say it on camera. So I watched this family. It, a lot of people do. Um, they're the Firma family. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, it's got Kareem and Fifi, and then their kids are Chase the kitty cat, Millie the kitty cat, Sky the kitty cat, and Tash, their baby. And I don't remember why I started telling you about that. Something about they were lucky, but I can't remember what I was gonna say. Dang! Anyway, I was worried. Well, I was worried that uh, Chase would get very jealous of the baby, but he's like, "That's my bud. That's my brother." You know. Oh, well, uh, oh yeah. That's what it was. They were very lucky because Tasha's first word was cat, and they totally got it on camera. So my kids live with their aunt and uncle, and my son's about to graduate from high school. I can't believe that. Like, I still remember holding him in church, and one time he was sitting on the couch at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and we're like, you know, what does the pig say? And he makes a pig noise, and you know, what does the cow say? And it says moo, and you know. And you know, I've got videos from some of his birthdays, and pretty sure I've got some videos of our daughter's birthday. I hope I do. Um, but so yeah, the cats are our kids, and it's just hard losing anybody. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun with your babies. But he's graduating from high school. you, you know, one time he got to play Baby Moses in church because they had a guest pastor, and he, you know, like memorizes whole parts of the Bible, and then tells what he memorized at church, and he was doing Moses, and he gets to the part, and the baby wept. My son, totally silent. He's cool. He's in the arms of a man of God. He's good. So after church, they go, he missed his, he missed his line. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then somebody explained it to me later, and I'm like, oh. So we got asked to come to the second showing, not second showing, the second sermon, and Luke did it again. He was totally silent. Now, the pastor's grandson, he was not silent. So, should have used him. I didn't think that was very fair, though, because my kid, totally silent, knew he was in charge. He needs to be quiet. And he was just a baby. Oh my goodness! 8th grade. I kind of remember 7th grade. And I remember that, I don't know what I did, but I did not actually pass 8th grade. So, so they said, go to summer school and you can make it up. But I don't remember actually getting my certificate saying that I passed 8th grade. So then, like, later I was watching an episode of Tailspin, and it was Baloo did not pass grade school. Like, somehow he went through junior high and high school, but he never passed grade school. So they had him, they were going to have him take this test on Friday or whatever it was, and he goes and says something about, the question was, what grows on this one mountain close to the house, close to our house. And he's flown an airplane over there tons of times, so he knows it's kumquats, I think it was. And the answer on the test was, something like grapes. And he goes, no, it's kumquats. And he goes and takes the guy and shows him. And so he got to go and graduate from grade school. It was really cool. That was a long time ago. I still love that show. Like, if I could get at least a few episodes, I would like the whole series, but if I could get at least a few episodes, I'd be pretty happy. Actually, I think I have a few episodes. Or I saw a few episodes. Huh. Maybe it was when we had Disney Plus. So it just seemed like we had it. Or it happens to be like on one of my DVDs. How you can buy, like, say, Lizzie McGuire, and then it will it'll have a few episodes of something else, because you might want to buy that too. What was it? There's some TV show that I think it's A-Team, where on the one disc it has, all the A-Team episodes, however many was going to be on that disc. And then there's an episode of Knight Rider on there too. Like the first episode of the second season. I talk about all kinds of weird things on my streams, by the way. When I do talk. And then I'm like, what should we talk about next? And I can never think of anything. But yeah, I think this only took me a few months. Like maybe from August to now or July till now. I probably started in July, actually, because I usually, get started like right away afterwards. I don't know. Anyway, whenever I started it, hasn't taken very long. I mean, this is taking seemingly forever because, it's like literally we're going from the height limit down. Okay. How's that water going? Oh, okay. Oh, and if you hear a male voice in the background, it's just my husband. He has a day off today. And so I was going to let him, talk to people and stream and stuff. But then I was like, oh my gosh, 91 followers on Twitch. That's got to be something. You got to celebrate that kind of stuff. Especially since I didn't think I was going to get this far in the first place. I mean, like, when I first started this in January of 2024, that's literally when I started streaming every day. I didn't even have one follower, so I was thinking, I'm never going to get anybody, because I would like to get monetized. And I don't just want to pay bills with the monetization money. I also want to be able to donate to, like, cancer research and food banks that need good food instead of the expired stuff that they have in there usually, or at least here in Nevada, that's what the thing is. Well, our local one specifically. Well, the one in Fairfield, California, they used to have milk, and if you looked at it, if you looked at it correctly, you'd find out that it was out of date, and it wasn't always good milk, even though it was out of date. It was like that kind that my cat Ben once stopped me from, drinking that kind of milk. Well, it was in my cereal, but anyway. He stopped me from having the cereal because the milk had gone bad and I didn't realize it. He's like, Mom, that smells bad. He just, he was like, Row! And I'm like, oh. And I smelled it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I get it, Ben. So I've got the two, I would say the only two cats in the world, maybe, that you can tell them sniffies and they won't try to eat the food, but they will smell it and make sure it's safe for Mama to eat. I try to. I try to make a new one every year. So, sometimes I go and just go and take the build from last year and make it even better. I don't really know what to do until I start doing it, and then it's like, okay, we'll do this, and we'll go that way, and we'll go this way. And I thought it was kind of interesting because, the dinosaurs there, and you can see all kinds of neat stuff. You can see houses that I don't know why I started building them, and like they look really neat when TSMC-Minecraft builds it, and then you build it and you're like, well, why did I build it? I really love a bunch of his buildings though. Like when I still had my original file, um, I think part of the reason why it got corrupted is that I ported it over from Xbox One so I could have the right amount of blocks in certain parts of my build. And cuz the the mansion in my stories is supposed to be like kind of up on a hill. Anyway, there, like you go to their backyard or their side yard actually. If you go to their side yard on the one side and you go outside the gate, there's a cliff right there. But they're not really on a mountain or anything like that. So I built it 72 blocks above where the original ground was. I usually build in a super flat, but where the mansion is, I went and made sure that there was 72 below that, and I think there was even more below that on the water level part. So, I was just trying to make sure it was true to form, and it looked great and everything, and then all of a sudden it got corrupt and they couldn't find a file at all. Still saying not a good way to do business, but whatever. I rebuilt it, and if we can get this done today, I can go and show that off tomorrow. Or later, even. Okay. Uh. Oh, I just realized. He said it was okay for him to be in the background. But I just realized that Mr. Star and Sky was in the background. Okay, what's my sister want? Okay. Okay, so my sister sent me a part of her story. She took a picture of it, and she sent part of the story to me, but I'm not going to read it right now, because I am streaming. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that far from over there. Oh my goodness. I'm really more worried about how am I going to get to connect up again. Because it looked really nice before I fixed it, but like I said, I really want the the fireworks throughout the whole entire thing, and that's the only part where you're gonna have to turn around to see the fireworks. Because everywhere else, if I can get over there. Okay, so everywhere else, well, just pretend that the redstone dust is there. Anyway, it goes out 25. and then shoots it off over here. So you're shooting it from, you're making it go from here, and then you can watch it as you're coming around the corner. And it's really cool, and I'm going to love it when it's all done. We're supposed to get, I play on Xbox, so we're supposed to get me and my husband and my sister and my niece, and hopefully our friend sit around, although he pronounced it different, and his son, we're going to call him by his new gamer tag also. We do gamer tags around here. So, Baby Doll, Gotcha Woofy, Darth Caesar, that's my husband. Me, Powered Author, and sit around son, Monkers. I thought it was a unique name. He calls his son Monkey sometimes, as a nickname. And so his gamer tag was Monkers. Is Monkers. Anyway, we're supposed to get all of us together. Oh, and maybe our son, Squibs. If you've been watching me for a long time, you'll know that Squibs does some stuff that drives me nuts sometimes. But we do play together sometimes. It's just like we'll be playing GTA and he'll, give me the girl job. And it's like, I'm a pretty good shooter now. Before I wasn't. But, I'm a pretty good shooter now. I can shoot people. I can, do stuff. Like if it was this game in melee mode, fighting against other people mode, I'd probably be a pretty good sword fighter. I don't know, because I don't play that mode. I only play creative. If I can help it. It actually drives me nuts to have to play in survival mode. But every once in a while, I'm like, okay, I really, really, So I was just asked by Salt Girl 12 if I had watched other videos to see if other people had done this. That's actually where I got the idea. Unspeakable used to watch a whole bunch of videos. This was years ago. A whole bunch of videos with rainbow raceways or rainbow drop things. I can't remember what the other word is. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I will build a rainbow raceway and he will come watch it and it would be really cool. But he never did. But I hope he did see it on YouTube. So it's like totally inspired by him to have made this in the first place. And then I got the idea of, you know what? It should be a 4th of July display. That'd be so cool. And like I said, I started making 4th of July displays because, people with disabilities that can't look up at the sky very well. Because, like, in our high school, we had some kids that were in wheelchairs, and I didn't think it was very fair because it didn't, they were kind of like that computer guy. Oh, computer guy who was on Star Trek. He was in a wheelchair. You might know who I'm talking about, and I hope you do because I don't remember his name. Stephen Hawking or something like that. Anyway, there's some people like that look like they're not all there, but they are. But they may not be able to look up at the fireworks, but they can watch a YouTube video. Somebody might have to set it up so they don't drop the phone, but they can watch YouTube videos. So I don't want people with disabilities to have to miss out on fireworks because fireworks are really cool. As long as they don't go shooting off across the parking lot and hit you in the lip, but that's my story. Believe me, it hurt and it wasn't that great, and I don't think I got to see my mom for a few days or, a few weeks after it happened because, it wasn't there. It really wasn't her fault. It was some guy had illegal fireworks. We were outside the baseball diamond and gonna watch the fireworks at the baseball game, but from outside. And some guy had illegal fireworks, and it just happened to go shooting across and just happened to sideswipe my lip. I was like 12. So, yeah, and also me doing this, makes it safe for everybody because, there will be no person that has illegal fireworks. Well, that's what I try to do is I try to think of, nice things that I can do here. But I also think of, like, I don't do art and I can't afford art. I don't even have a penny. So, I make Minecraft art. Minecraft art. There we go. There's English. Yeah. Where'd I go? No, that way. Okay. I hate that when it's a super flat world like that and then I can't find where I was. Scares the heck out of me. I actually got lost in my own world one time for at least 4 days. And then, like, on the 4th day, I finally remembered. Oh, yeah. We were going toward the moon or we were going toward the sun. One of those two. And I turned myself to where I could see the moon or the sun, whatever it was. And I found my place. And then usually I go and put fences around everything now so I don't get stuck. So over here is something really important to me. And I wish I could build it in my other file, but my other file had my story world and sorry if I'm a little loud. Anyway, so it had my story world. It had New York in it. it had it had part of the trek to, it had part of the trip from Ireland to Russia, because I had to build it Ireland to Russia, even though the trip is actually Russia to Ireland. But I always call it fictional Ireland and fictional Russia and fictional whatever I'm building, because I never built it the same way that they actually built it in real life. Okay, so first of all, to everybody who hasn't heard me say it before, Happy New Year! This is the ocean, and I realize it's not big enough to be an ocean, but it's big enough to be a Minecraft ocean, I think. So this is Shatana's. We don't talk about it on stream. I don't remember what those two buildings are. But this is a deli. Okay. If I can get up and over that. This is a limo. I love that. I think I've gotten on Always Day because it was easier to build with the black. Okay, so Hayden comes from Shatana's, goes down to this corner. They've just had a party at Shatana's. His girlfriend works there, lives there too, but like I said, we don't talk about that. He comes up to this corner and he wants to cross the street, but he sees that limo and he's thinking that limo's really suspicious. So instead of crossing the street and going that way, he decides that he's just going to go this way. And he looks back and he sees that there's some guys getting out of the limo. And he goes down the street a little bit more and he sees that they got guns. And about here, he gets tackled to the ground with his head faced that way. And the limo turns around, comes, gets him. He starts to yell for help. He only gets help out, and they smack him with the gun, and he doesn't get. And while he's passing out, he goes, Pah! So he's trying to get to his apartment over here somewhere. They're actually 2-story apartments, but and they live on the second floor. But I haven't been able to put that in yet. Apparently I forgot to put that in there yet. I just realized. Anyway, so I wasn't sure what was supposed to be over here anyway, so I put in a bunch of apartments. And then over here is going to be some buildings, and the street goes in a U shape. And over here is an old No, that's not the old cereal factory. Anyway, it's an old factory, like for newspapers or something. I don't know. Kind of got the idea that it's newspapers. And yeah, so I do stuff like this and use this for my art. And I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty ingenious. And it's a little misleading because it's not a kid's book, but Again, Happy New Year! I know, it's like almost February, but I still think it's pretty cool. Now we need to go all the way back over there again. Oh my goodness! Come on. Oh, and this is a random comic book store. Yeah, comic book store. A TSMC build. TSMC-Minecraft, but I usually just call him TSMC for short. You know, like I call my um son Squibs, because technically Squibs 799. He's a useful player. He also has his own YouTube channel, Lego Panda Productions, where he does mostly Star Wars Lego shorts. Like he takes his Lego men and sets and like does a scene with them. It's really cool. It's like stop action, but even better. And yeah. Um, another one that I watch, you know, since we're trying to get back over there, is Provost Park Pass. Well, they're called Park Pass now because Provost was too hard to say. Um, I hope that I didn't trigger that. Maybe I was like the last person to, you know, say it and, you know, to have trouble. So they're like, we'll just bust it down to Park Pass. But they do mostly theme parks. It was Disneyland exclusively, but Disneyland decided reservations were a good thing. And so now they're not getting the free publicity as much. And there was, you know, pretty much, you know, only so much you can do with one theme park, but he's done a lot. Although I don't think he was the first person I watched, because I also watched Fresh Baked. Um, I think it's the Tours Departing Daily. I think. I don't know. He's got a few different channels. One of them he just, you know, walks around the park and says if this is a good time to ride this ride or not. I don't like that one very much, but the one where he goes on the rides too, that one I'm good with. But yeah, Chris from Park Pass, he goes and tells us uh, fun trivia about the park. You know, like like the trains were named after railroad executives, except for the one that's called Lily, because that was named after his wife. And he shows us hidden Mickeys, and I really need to quit doing that. Okay. Anyway, it shows us hidden Mickeys and, you know, all sorts of neat things. And he's got good energy, and 95% of their content is happy and upbeat, and, you know, actually I would say 99, because there was only one video where it was sad, and they had gone on a Disney cruise, and they said it was like $8,000 per person, and the ship broke down. So like everybody knew that the second island was like the most awesome island. So a lot of people waited for that one, and the ship broke down. And the best Disney could come up with, and they said that they would keep the cruise director or whatever she was said that she would keep them notified of what's going on, and they didn't. And then the best that they could do to compensate for that they didn't get to go to the other island because the ship broke down was 20% next time you go on a Disney cruise. Yeah, because everybody's got $8,000 in their pocket. They just aren't using it for a Disney cruise. Really? Anyway, not the point here. But they also go to like European theme parks and my niece. She asked what got me into Minecraft. My niece. Well, also I loved Legos when I was a kid. So I was like, I was sitting there one day. I was wanting to build something in Minecraft, but I didn't know what to build. And my husband finally just suggested, well, why don't you try building your buildings, from your stories in Minecraft so we can both see them. Because I know what they look like in my head. But, actually building them in Minecraft helped because, like, in one scene, the living room could be a nice, normal, everyday living room. And then in another scene, they're having a big old party, and it's, a big old dance hall size. So we had to kind of make it to where it was big old dance hall size because there's at least 600 people living in that house at one point. So, yeah, building it in Minecraft is helping tremendously. The mansion never seems to get done. Actually, I had the mansion done in one of my builds. Not the one that got corrupted in April, but the one before that. I had to go and rebuild over here because I was like, there was a problem with the Xbox One. It wasn't saving right or something. I don't know. Anyway, I have to go upstairs, so I'm going to end my stream now. And I will keep building this. I will be back tomorrow. I always stream from 8 a.m. to 11 or noon a.m. Well, noon isn't a.m., but you know what I mean. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to come watch me, come watch me. And if you don't, that's okay too. I will see you next time.